The college basketball experience preview and picks episode 4, Sunday, March 5th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Networks, presented by WynnBET. WynnBET's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by the college basketball experience. That's us. Yes. March Madness is heating up, and well, you need to subscribe to the college basketball experience because, as Dickie V says, it's awesome, baby. So grab that thing and remember to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes. Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, March 5th. Oh my God. Today is the greatest day of my fucking life, I feel like. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Sir. Oh. It's been a roller coaster of a day. But damn, am I feeling good right now. I am joined by my co-host, former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. What's up, man?
Oh, fantastic day. You know, it was a perfect day to have your fiance out of town, no distractions, me, my couch, all my TV, just me, my dog, and some cold beer and some whiskey. What else could you ask for? What else could a man ask for?
All you need. We are joined by third man in the booth. This guy says maybe get him a pot of Wendy's chili, perhaps. Give it up for former JMU Duke defensive back, the burrito eating, sideline kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, Patty C in the place to be.
Hi-oh. Well.
Yeah, I'll give you some music, all right?
Give me a jam.
There you go. It is March. We should just play this the whole fucking month.
What is this from?
This is from Major League, buddy.
Nice.
Yes. Today was just insane on many levels because I started absolutely awful. And then I ended up having an insane run, including cashing a plus 1,100 ticket on a certain team. Let's get into it because, well, currently we have action going right now on several games here. We have Omaha hanging
we have
tough.
action on nowadays.
Yeah. Omaha, South Dakota State. South Dakota State's clinging to a 6-point lead. UCLA's up 11 on Arizona. I have a large wager on the Bruins. The Aztecs of San Diego State are up 12 on Wyoming. Riverside and Cal Poly all knotted up. Northern Colorado clinging to a 7-point lead at the half against Portland State. And La Pepe, all of a sudden in the second half, BYU just jumped out to a big lead here. as BYU is up 11. Come on, Loyola. And Arizona State USC just tipped, and we still have San Francisco Santa Clara to go tonight. It is officially madness season, folks. Today has been a full range of emotions. I mean, there's still a bunch of people in the other room right now watching UFC and a bunch of basketball games, all going on right now.
We're gonna see how well these soundproof walls.
Yeah, we're gonna see because there's like a party in the other room right now watching a bunch of basketball. We got fans.
Dust up. I like it.
We got fans in watching the UCLA game. We got fans watching the San Diego State game. We got fans watching the Loyola Marymount game, and UFC fans watching
Old
the
Bones
UFC
Jones.
fight. Yeah,
we'll know if he landed
a lot of shit going on.
A
in
buzzer
the studio,
beater, if you will.
Yeah.
You guys need a beer pong table in that freaking studio.
We do.
Little flip cup.
Well, I started out awful in a way. I started out 1-0, and then I went on a losing streak. But then, you can't keep a good man down because we did lock up. We did lock up a certain Texas A&M Aggie team, which even this game was a bit of a roller coaster because at one point I was convinced that Alabama was going to win the game. A&M gets it done 67-61.
Yeah, that they had a healthy lead.
This game was wild.
And then you look up and Bama's right there knocking on the door.
Yeah. I mean, they somehow get it done. A bad foul by Brandon Miller on a 3. Late was a big swing, I think, for A&M. This game was insane. We hit it. What's crazy is Alabama still might get the top seed after all this. What'd you make of this game, Mac?
So this game basically summed up our day. I think it kicked it off perfectly. What was to come? Total sweat. I thought we were in the clear early. I'm like, A&M's going to blow their ass out by 20. Alabama crawls back, makes some threes, takes the lead. But those guards for A&M, man, they're tough as nail. Radford and Taylor grinded that thing out. Buzzsaw. It was good to see Alabama lose. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I rooted for Texas A&M, obviously, because we had a large
money or no money. Yeah.
I agree.
Are you guys? Is it the Miller stuff that's making you want to root against them, or just Bama in general winning too much in football, or a little bit of both?
No, I think it's all the Miller and Bradley stuff. Like, how do you not suspend any of those guys? You know what I mean?
Just the arrogance of it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Even like the Nate Oates wrong place, wrong time comment. It's like for the victim, you fucking idiots.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a bad look.
Yeah.
Although he is good, man. I saw him on one end of the floor block a shot, like pin it against the backboard.
Brandon Miller's a baller.
Sprint down the other end and get a and one. It's just like, damn, that dude's definitely a top 3 draft pick.
Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, he looks like Durant when he plays. I mean, he's unbelievable. And it's I think it was at the South Carolina game. They're like, if there was any questions how Brandon Miller was going to respond, he answered them today. It's like nobody was questioning his ability to play basketball.
All right.
Yeah.
We all agree he's a hell of a player. We don't agree morally he should be playing.
Yeah. Right. Well, then you have Bradley probably shouldn't be playing because he was at the scene, or at least both should have got suspended. Also, they found the gun in Quinterly's place. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't present apparently, so I don't know if we could actually hold him accountable. But either way, they should have faced a suspension. But it probably should have been back in January.
Well, you know what's funny is Alabama under Saban has never been pinned for it. We all know.
But Jimbo Fisher alluded to it.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah. We all know, but they've never gotten the wiretap. They've never pinned it down.
Well,
and now, so you can't. The Alabama fans can sit there and act on their moral high horse, and they do. But now it's been exposed. Alabama is just like the rest of them.
Well, what about the Georgia shit right now going on? I know this is a basketball podcast
with
Jalen Carter. They had the university car that wasn't supposed to be out. It was the university car. They were at the strip club with the whole university or like a lot of not the whole university, but a lot of the people from the university were there at the strip club with them. And then, obviously the guy who died and the 2 people that died, they're like one of them worked for the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
And they were driving fucking hammered, right? Street racing on the wrong side of the road. And then he leaves the scene of the crime. And then Jalen Carter, that is. And then this would have never came out. The Atlanta newspaper is the one that dug this thing up.
They were trying to.
They didn't even issue warrants until that story broke. Once that story broke, which this happened a month ago, this happened the same night as the Brandon Miller thing. So it's a small town. Trust me, it's SEC shit. They keep it all in house.
It means more.
Right. Yeah, certainly does. Ohio State, Michigan State covered on this one, but Michigan State wins. Someone said someone in the chat says, is Sparty in?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
easy.
What do you think the ceiling is on this Michigan State team?
Call me crazy. I think Final Four. I really like their guard play, and they have Tom Izzo. So
yeah,
I mean, Tom Izzo, get him in the dance. I think they're going to be around that 6th seed, which is kind of where he makes some of his Cinderella runs a little bit. I mean, so yeah, I think they could get to the Final Four. Definitely second weekend.
Yeah. I mean,
where does Lunardi have them at? What seed is? Or let me pull that up. I know that
he has them at 7 seed.
7 seed. Yeah, they are definitely in. That's who is the player, or what do they have that gives them the advantage that they didn't have before?
I would just say their guard play.
Yeah,
their guards are good.
I don't know if it's just one player.
Yeah. But they just have the look of it. I mean, yeah, a 7 seed that's within striking distance especially for a coach like Izzo, who's had deep runs before.
Well, didn't we have an 8 seed in the national championship last year? So I mean,
that's true.
Yeah.
They got 3 good guards in Hogard, Walker, and Hall. So yeah, I mean they got good guards and they got Izzo.
So I watched my bank account, open up with, hey, I nailed it on the A&M play, but after that, I was concerned for a little bit. Even did a tweet where I used the Jurassic Park gif of the big pile of shit, because the Iowa State Cyclones, they kick Caleb Grill off the team. Not a fucking problem. They go into Waco and win by 15.
Pretty impressive.
People were saying, hey, they're not gonna make the NCAA tournament if they keep losing. Well, they don't have to worry about that anymore. That is a huge win on the road in Waco. Moneyline Mac, you're a Big 12 guy. Make it make sense.
Just when you thought you figured this league out, they go in there and they kick their ass. I mean, this never was a game, really. Baylor made a little bit of a run to cut it to 6, I think. But the Cyclones were awesome. Kalsher was big time. He kind of filled in for that Grill role. And hey, they held Baylor under 60, a good offensive team. So hats off to TJ Otzelberger. They are definitely going dancing.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge win. That's a great win.
Let me throw my D in the air on that one.
Did you lock up Iowa State?
I didn't lock it, but I was the only one that called it. But the Big 12, the carnage was on full display today. The depth of that conference on absolute full display. We'll get to all of it, but
yeah,
pretty crazy, pretty great conference.
Oh, they're just loaded. They're loaded.
It does make you, after a day like today, though, question the top of that conference a little bit, and it's championship potential.
No, I think it's just, if everyone had to go that gauntlet, everyone would be losing.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's UCLA, Arizona.
Yeah.
Purdue.
All these teams are excellent.
No, but they would be losing with the Big 12 schedule. They would be
just
losing.
Alabama.
Yeah. Alabama lost to fucking Oklahoma, dude, who's in last place
by 30.
Seton Hall. We were on the right side of this one. Wait, did you take Seton Hall with me?
I did. Yeah. Nope. And I locked it this morning. Yeah, the Pirates, baby.
Oh, nice. I didn't bet this, but we took Seton Hall as they win outright against the Friars. Dominating performance at the Dunk. Providence has lost back-to-back games at the Dunk. Shocking. Patty C, who'd you go with here?
Oh, man. I think I missed a lot of the early slate. I think after last night, we had some buddies in town, and the hangover was pretty real. So
yeah, it happens. Shout out to Brad Driver. Says, first time catching this live. You guys kick ass. Seton Hall, they're still alive. That's a huge win. They're still alive. That's the one thing that I noticed today is a lot of the bubble teams won. A lot of the bubble teams on the far outside won. So it should make for an interesting stretch run here.
You guys all had Providence on that one?
No, we had Seton Hall.
We had Seton Hall.
So
how about Providence getting drilled in back-to-back home games?
Yeah. I mean, I guess they had this. I was a little concerned about this one. That's why I took Seton Hall, is because I thought there's no motivation. If they lose, they're still the same seed. If they win, they're still the same seed. So in a way, I kind of thought if there was one now the game prior, I agree, but this one I kind of was like, I wasn't that surprised. Now I guess I didn't expect them to lose the 30? Way they did. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was surprised with that, but I thought Seton Hall could win that one. There were so many great games today. There were so many. One of them was for first place in the Ivy League. Penn and Princeton in a fucking, I mean, if anyone watched this, Penn had a 17-point halftime lead. Penn came into this game winners of 8 in a row. Princeton somehow got the game into overtime and won it in overtime. This game was absolutely fantastic. I took Princeton. I didn't bet this, but I mean, we hit on this call.
Kind of kicked ass in overtime too.
Oh man, this game was
8-point overtime.
There's
victory.
So many good games on today. That, like this is like an average game. That team comes back from 17.
I don't even remember this game.
Unfucking believable. Yeah, it was a great game. It was a truly a great game. If this would have been on a weekday, this would be viral, being like, "Oh man, this was a great fucking Ivy League game by a bunch of private school pussies." But it was. And Princeton shares the 1 seed essentially, or shares the regular season title. Not the 1 seed. In the Ivy because Yale also did find a way to win. We'll get to them in a second.
17-point halftime lead. Damn.
That is choking. The Quakers blow a 17-point halftime lead. And if they would have won, they would have been first place. Choking. For some stupid reason, we took Elon. They got destroyed by William & Mary. We don't need to talk about this game. What we can talk about this one, Asheville. See, I lost money on this one. UNC Asheville, I had minus, I think it was 6.5 or maybe 7. I feel like this one should have hit, but I don't know. I mean, maybe not, because South Carolina Upstate kept it close for majority of the game, but I felt like down the stretch, 2-minute mark, I was like, oh, well, I'm getting there. They had it up to 7, up to 8 at one point, I feel like, but nope. Upstate kept hanging around. They actually made this thing a lot closer than it needed to be. Shout out to Upstate for the way they fought, and Asheville wins. Pember had 31-10. You know, I have a future. Man. I have a future on, and that's another thing you're going to hear me tout a lot. Cause a part of my great day was with my futures, and you know, I'm holding on to a ticket for Asheville to win the Big South. And, there's a couple other ones.
How many tickets you got out right now?
I got a lot of tickets out right now.
got a lot of tickets pending.
I'm saying I'm like a fucking Charlie Sheen when he gets pulled over. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of fucking outstanding warrants. Furman Mercer. This game, I know we got to.
SoCon.
Dude, Mercer was up.
Fire, man.
This is another crazy game because Mercer was up at half. Early second half, I think they got the lead up to 7 or 8. They lose by 15. 15. Furman down the stretch was like, "Oh, guys, we got to start trying." And boom, they turned it on. 73-58. The 1 seed in the SoCon is so much fucking. The SoCon tournament every year never fucking disappoints. It never disappoints.
Yeah. It's fantastic, and we got 2 more nights of it. I can't wait.
Yeah. George Mason, Richmond. Mason blew a 17-point lead. Richmond came back. Tyler Burton hit a huge 3. It looked like Richmond was going to win this game. All the momentum, the crowd, senior night. Mason makes a couple free throws to tie the game up with like 10 seconds left. And then this happens, and you can watch this youtube.com/the college experience. So youtube.com/the college experience.
High post, race left side, spins left and loses the ball. Gaines comes up with it and lays it up and in at the other end with 2.8 seconds to go. The quick inbound to Bigelow from half court, lets it fly backcourt rim, and he missed it.
Mason's hot. They're hot. They found a way to. They blew a 17-point lead, so we could shit on them. But at the same time, you know, they got it done. And the reality is now they have won 5-6 games in a row. I feel like Kim English getting it done there. Tough loss for the Spider fans. Patty C, what'd you make?
Slipping down the rankings there. Dayton, VCU, St. Louis, all the top projected auto bid potential from the A10. Why is George Mason, who's only a game behind Dayton in the overall standings, so far they're given a 3% chance to win the conference tournament, where Dayton's given 37%.
Yeah, I would put it at a higher rate. I think any of those teams, anyone in the A10 is capable of winning this fucking conference.
Yeah, throw up those percentages in that league.
Yeah. What a game right there. A lot of these games. So I had a big bet on Southern Miss. Also, I ate shit on this one. I felt like I was looking good. South Alabama was up early. Southern Miss storms back, takes a 1 point halftime lead, and then early in the second half, I think Southern Miss even got it up to 5 or 6 before all of a sudden, though, South Alabama goes on like a 14-0 run, wins by 17. Southern Miss, the 1 seed in the Sun Belt, they're gone. We knew that. I never took a future on them because I was like, never take the 1 seed in the Sun Belt, never take a 2 seed, really. South Alabama's red hot. We saw it down the stretch of the season. This is a team that I feel like is capable of winning it all. They've won 8 out of their last 10 games. And hey, I mean,
something's happening in that athletic department.
Yeah, they're getting it going. They're getting it going.
Basketball. Hey, Colby, we got to salute the chat. They beat us in the lock battle because we were both on Southern Miss.
That's right. Yeah. Here you go.
So
I'll play their music. I'll play their
baby.
The chat gets a win with South Alabama. Pick Dundee. Moneyline Mac ate a big old pile of shit.
Technical knockout.
Yes. Georgia, South Carolina was a good game. We don't need to talk about it too much. South Carolina found a way to win down the stretch. It was a good game. UAB Charlotte. I had a substantial bet on the UAB Blazers. This is what I mean. I started out fucking horrible. Shout out to Lamar King. I love you guys. I made so much money today. Part of my horrible morning. So what am I? I'm like 1-3 right now. Moved to 1-4 when UAB had so many chances to hit for us. I feel like, what was it? The first overtime, they got the lead up to 6. And I'm like, oh, it's going to hit. It's going to hit. If Charlotte doesn't hit a 3 on one of the final possessions, I thought, oh, we get the rebound, we're fouled, we're good, because it was a 5-point game. No, UAB only wins by 2 at Charlotte. This game was fucking great. It was a great basketball game to watch. Jelly Walker went for 41 points. He is a baller, an absolute baller. What'd you make of this one, Mac?
UAB has tickled our balls multiple times this year, where they looks like they're going to cover and they just don't fucking come through. I like UAB, but man, they're inconsistent sometimes.
Yeah. They play life on that. Some of their offensive possessions are fucking reckless, dude.
Oh, they're totally reckless, but they're talented as shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just going to take on the whole entire team. One person, I'm gonna run up the court and take on 5 people and try to throw up some crazy shit. Sometimes it actually goes in. That's what's crazy is some of those guys are so talented that you're just sitting there like, oh, that's a terrible shot. He made it. Okay.
And when they came to Morgantown and I got to watch them firsthand, and I talked to Hugs after the game, I was like, man, they take some fucked up shots. He goes, that's why that team will never beat us, because we're just more disciplined, and they just will shoot themselves out of the game, even as talented as UAB is.
Sounds like you're discussing another Alabama team too. Ooh, roll Tide.
Shoot themselves out of the game.
Yeah.
No,
roll Tide.
They won't shoot themselves out of the game.
Yeah. I wasn't even going there. But yeah, that works too. I was talking about Paul West, the Paul West approach. Yeah, but still, that works too.
Yeah.
I also ate shit on Bryant. Just first off, everyone got injured on Bryant today. If you watch this game, New Hampshire wins by 7. Bryant's whole team got injured. This was like watching the fucking body bag, the Brian Mitchell, the Redskins, Eagles in 90 when Brian Mitchell ends up being the quarterback. On Monday Night Football, this was a crazy game. Shout out to New Hampshire though. They played good defense.
That was the original Bounty Gate.
That was
body bag game.
That was. Yeah. So I started out like 1-5. I'm looking at my account. I'm like, fuck. I'm like $500 in the red, and I'm sitting there like this. How am I going to explain this to how am I going to explain this to the wife? But
I don't know what happened.
But then I know what happened after that. Well,
I think tide turning. As I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of it's easy to see a tide turn. Did I say those words?
Did I say those words, Patty C? Because, and they should have lost this game in a way. Marquette was up the whole fucking game, but St. John's. Oh my God.
Down 10 with 29 seconds.
Down 10 with 29 seconds left. St. John's almost won this fucking game. If they could make free throws, they would have won the game. This game was insane. Adewusu hit like a full court shot before the fucking halftime, and then he hit. Yeah. It was like he was playing horse all day. He hit a three and got fouled that banked in. This game was
game high 25 for Adewusu.
Yeah, 12 of that was horse shit. But he's a good player. I mean, we this is where it started to turn for me. I had St. John's plus 13. We cashed this. I know Mac, you were with me. Patty C, who'd you go with on this one?
I think I went Marquette on this one. Obviously not the cover that I hoped for, but you know what? Marquette moving along, looking good. Number 6 now. Shaka Smart was given what I don't know if that was the official AP awards or if it was just like.
No, he was coach of the year. I thought
coach of the year. Yeah. He was awarded it. Do you think he deserves that?
Yes.
Yes, I do too.
They were projected to be second to last.
Yeah, 9th.
We thought they would suck.
Yeah.
No,
we ate shit on that preview.
I agree completely. They presented the other who was the other coach? There was the Texas guy, Terry.
Dennis Gates, Rodney Terry. Wait, was he one?
Rodney Terry was one of the 3 finalists.
Yeah, he did a good job, man.
Bill Self in there?
I think so. It was Bill Self, Rodney Terry, and Shaka Smart. And right away I said Shaka Smart, and I'm glad.
I thought Dennis Gates should have been ahead of a lot of those. Like Dennis, considering how bad Mizzou was last year, I think he deserved to be in the mix. Then Columbia covers against Cornell, big spread. And then we locked up Louisville against Virginia. We had a sweat in this one. Like,
oh yeah.
Louisville hit a 3. Well, I had 18.5. So I was like, I wasn't super sweating, but it was sweating.
I'm trying to blank. Didn't Louisville beat Virginia not long ago? Am I getting that wrong?
No, they lost by 3.
Yeah.
Lost by 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I looked at that. It was what 18 and a half.
18.5. I got
ridiculous.
It at, yeah. So
UVA almost had to lead it by 19 at halftime. I was just like, UVA was playing great ball.
Yeah. But we still cashed.
Hello. Let me put that hat
on. What we fucking do. Yeah.
Jerome Tang also. Boom. Yeah. Sometimes you win 6 ACC crowns in 10 years. ACC regular season. Give it up for Tony Bennett.
You got a share of it, right?
You see all the Miami fans salty as hell on Twitter. And
but Miami's the 1 seed, right?
Miami's the 1 seed.
Yeah.
So co-champion.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? We're hanging the banner.
You're hanging the banner. You're going to be one and done in March.
Buddy, they beat us by 2 on their home court. I feel like if we played that at a neutral site, we would have gotten them. Statistics back me up on that. Fucking Miami.
I think you might be able to win the ACC tournament.
Yeah, I think anyone could.
Yeah,
Duquesne and Fordham. This was a huge game. It wasn't a great game, but it was a huge game because the winner got a first round bye in the A10 tournament. This place was packed. Fordham rolled by 27. Sorry, CJ Sullivan. Loyola Chicago beat LaSalle. I can't make any sense of that outcome. Okay. Siena St. Peter's was a fucking wild game. St. Peter's hits a 3 at the buzzer to get the game into overtime. Then they beat Siena, who, I'm glad we didn't lock up because I considered betting them yesterday. Mount St. Mary's takes care of Manhattan by 5. This is another one I ate shade on. I lost that one too. Dude, this game was incredibly frustrating. Manhattan steals the ball. They're up. Yep. They're up 3, right? This is like under a minute and a half left in the game. Clear breakaway. No defender. Guy mistimes his jump on the layup, misses an open layup. Mount St. Mary's gets the board because the guy fell down. He didn't just, he mistimed his jump or something. So they get the board, push it all the way up the court, hit a 3, which ties the game. And then, man, it's like, this was over. If he makes this layup, it's over. You fucking loser. So yeah, I lost money on that one too. Fucking Jaspers. Did you take this one?
Yeah, we all had it.
I did. Yeah. Yep. I locked it too.
That was tough.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? We said it though. We're like, man, they're a favorite. I don't know. Like, they're not used to being a favorite. I don't know if we should take them, but hey, when they get back to a dog, we'll hammer them again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just figured the home court was enough to give them the edge.
Dude, we should
down the stretch.
This should have cashed out.
Yeah.
This is one that you're gonna wake up. Well, no. If you had had a horrible night, you would have looked back on it saying that was fucking terrible. Dartmouth though hit on the money line against Harvard. Thank you very much. We gave you that last night as a what were they, like a 5-point dog, I think. That hit on the money line, but I did make a bet this morning. That was I'm being honest. We're in the circle of truth right now, Patty C.
Full transparency.
I did place a last second wager this morning on Arkansas. When I saw it went down to 4, I bet on Arkansas, and I ate shit. You took Kentucky, correct?
Oh yeah, lock that.
I'll give you your music. All right,
Big Blue.
Give the man his due.
Huge win. I don't understand. Like, I know Arkansas fans were saying like, "Hey, Toshiba should have been kicked out for that elbow." Nah, it's fucking basketball. Look, I had money on Arkansas.
Fucking March.
Yeah, I had money on fucking Arkansas. I didn't want to see that shit.
It's pretty egregious.
I can't. I can't stand Chiba as much as anybody, but he should not have been kicked out.
This shouldn't have been kicked out.
I mean, look.
It shouldn't have been technicals on both. It should have been a technical on him.
Yeah.
And Arkansas benefited with 2 free throws. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have been kicked out of the game.
Yeah. Let him play a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he didn't get kicked out. Just so the audience, if you didn't catch this game, he did not. But there was speculation on that he should have. The announcers thought that he should have.
It was a clean ass bow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. A little shiner. Hey, Colby, I put out a tweet. Whenever you think you figured out Kentucky, you don't. Whenever everybody's doubting them, that's when you got to take them. This team is weird.
Yeah.
This is a weird team.
What's the ceiling? Natty?
Yeah, Natty or round of 64 St. Peter style.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a reflection on Calipari that he can't get his team to play when they have expectations on them?
Perhaps. I think he's a good coach, but I also think slightly overrated. He's, some of these coaches for a long time, I feel like based off of the players they were able to buy, you could buy your way into, getting pretty far. Yeah. But I always thought Calipari wasn't all the way. Just I like Bruce Pearl is a guy that I don't think. I think he's kind of like can get the guys in there.
Yeah,
and then he hits the ceiling as far as his coaching chops. I think Calipari is actually a better coach.
Yeah,
in game than Pearl. Yeah,
I think Pearl's had some really bad luck. I feel like he's due for a breakthrough. I feel like I'm always seeing him taking close losses. But Calipari, I think you're right. I think he can get good players in the door. I think his sales pitches, and he's usually getting high-end recruits. And so it's actually a credit to him that they do perform when the going gets tough,
Yeah.
Because a lot of times those type of guys would quit, but he gets them going. But they can't handle success,
Yeah. Yeah. Kansas State. I took Kansas State +4. I didn't bet this game because I thought there was potential for me to lose it because it's a far trip. It's the super far trip of the Big 12 to Morgantown. As we know, unless you're a first time listener, Moneyline Mac, not only attended West Virginia, we worked for Bob Huggins. This solidifies that you're in. I see you pointing to that sign there, youtube.com/the college experience.
My guy.
This solidifies that you're in 100%. I feel like, and what a good win. What a good win. Talk to me about this game.
We're dangerous, man. I'm trying to not get too freaking high, but man, we get out of the Big 12. Watch the fuck out. I mean, Eric Stevenson, Keedy Johnson, Emmett Matthews, all on their senior day go for 20+. If we're making shots, everybody knows we're going to defend and rebound. If we're making shots, we're hard to beat.
Yeah.
This one stunk to high
The
heaven.
crowd was unbelievable today.
Who'd you take, Petty C?
I locked K-State getting 5.5. Were they ranked number 12 coming into the game?
That sneaky road trip though, man. It's far fuck away. You know what I mean? Like I didn't lock it just
get your
because
ass in
of
the
that.
Mountains.
Yeah.
I guess I'm rooting for Huggins.
Beat your ass and send you back to Kansas.
Let me ask you this, Mac. Who on that team makes you think this team is capable of? Where do you think the ceiling is for W, tournament wise?
You know, I actually could see them being like a Syracuse this year, Syracuse or Michigan last year, where it's one of those teams that has a legendary coach that kind of just gets a good draw and then finds a way into the second weekend. So I think a second weekend is very, very possible, especially with just get out of the Big 12, breathe a little bit, and start playing good basketball again.
I mean, they had some dudes a couple of years ago, or maybe even last year, that were special, I thought, but I haven't followed them closely enough to know if who they still have that's still capable of lighting it. Who is it? McBride before, and then
McBride and Carter. You're thinking McBride and Carter in the NBA. Stevenson right now he's been everywhere, and Johnson's really good as well.
Yeah. Even Tucson can play.
Tucson's good too, man.
Yeah.
They're old as shit. I mean, everybody's 22, 23, 24 years old. Trey Mitchell, he was at Texas last year.
Yeah. Prior to that, he was at UMass.
Experience, big time come tournament time.
Well, I got back on the money train when Auburn hit. Auburn wins 79-70 in the jungle. Our favorite play of the weekend was easy cash. And here's the best part about when you bet all these games. If you hear me and Max say our favorite play of the day, you should probably throw more money there, because that's exactly what I did. I threw a shit ton of money on the Auburn Tigers, and the Auburn, for a second, I thought, when Tennessee tied that thing up, I was like, oh, fuck me. This is going to be the worst day of my life. No, they got it done. They win. Shout out to the Auburn Tigers. Mac, what'd you make of this one?
The jungle single-handedly got him to the finish line. Auburn's in the dance now. I like to, you know what? Bruce Pearl, he had a fantastic video the other day that went viral. Got smacked. I thought that was great. And you know, his guys are ready to play, man. And it's Fade Rick Barnes season, so easy play today.
Huge win for the Tigers as this is one of the teams I'm talking about that were on the bubble. Think about this right now. Teams that were on the bubble that I was alluding to earlier that got wins here. You go back and you say Iowa State bubble team win, Seton Hall bubble team win,
clutch.
Auburn bubble team win. West Virginia was coming into the day, according to Lenardi, last 8 in. They won. They took care of business.
Yeah.
That kind of seemed like it was the theme of the day to me, but we were right on UTEP against Middle Tennessee. We were right.
Auburn. Did you mention that clip of?
How about that Tennessee fan in that Auburn game? That one Tennessee fan sitting there,
swaying back,
fucking
and forth.
Fantastic.
And then the one Tennessee fan giving the thumbs down.
I give him credit for wearing the Tennessee shit.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, got to give him credit there.
He wasn't scared. Yep.
We hit on UTEP. We hit. Did you take Boston College or Georgia Tech?
BC, just out of loyalty to my guys.
I took Georgia Tech. Call me crazy. Does Georgia Tech, could they be a sneaky team in this tournament? I feel like they're playing better ball. I feel like they've won 5 of 6, man. Watch out for the yellow. I think
they draw Florida State, and then they would have to go through Pitt in the second round, then Duke. It's a long road, man.
I'm just saying. It's the ACC. UMass took care of St. Bonaventure. I was surprised by that outcome. I actually took the Bonnies. I didn't bet it, but Frank Martin, is he starting to make some progress in Amherst, Mac?
Yeah, I think it's been a solid year one for Frank. I mean, looking at what they are overall, 15-15. Would like to get one so he could have a winning season.
Yeah. Western Carolina, we were on the Catamounts against East Tennessee State. Got it done right there. So I did eat shit on this bet though. Monmouth. I bet Monmouth this morning plus 9.5 or 10 points. Ate shit on that one as Drexel won by 19. And your Radford. This game was awesome. Campbell, Radford.
Oh man,
Look, I know it's your boy, and it sucks that Radford's not going to be, but they're going to lose to UNC Asheville anyway. But this game was awesome, and Campbell's dream stays alive because they're just pulling off upsets left and right. Can we load the clip of the Campbell Camels?
Into traffic, DeLorso, teardrops, Campbell leads. His dribble, 5 seconds. Ricky Clemens into traffic, DeLorso, teardrop, Campbell leads.
Getting it done at the Bojangles Coliseum. What's not to like, folks? Shout out to the Campbell Camels for the dub.
Where are they in the semis now, or the
no? They're heading to the championship to take on UNC Asheville. Right? Am I right?
Tomorrow, baby. Yeah, Charlotte at the Clit.
Yeah.
I mean, 25-7 UNC Asheville versus 15-17 Campbell.
Part of the magic, baby. Part of what makes this fucking time of year the greatest.
Campbell money line.
Yeah.
There we go. Losing team in the tournament, and that's a true Cinderella.
Should I hedge? Is the question. No, because I don't believe in that shit.
And hammer Campbell's money line.
Yeah, I got plus 260.
They're gonna be a big dog.
I got plus 260 on UNC Asheville as my ticket here. Come on, Pember. Come on, Pember.
This is March. They'll probably choke.
A couple more losses that I gave away with money. We both took Western Kentucky plus 9.5 points. They only scored 33 the whole game. What the fuck were we thinking?
They suck ass, man. How do you only score 33
fired,
points,
right?
man?
Stansbury's got to be fired, right?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ray Harper went to the tournament like 2-3 years, and they fired him to bring Stansbury in just to suck. So yeah,
they lost by 34 points. They lost by 34
That's a good
points.
Job.
Yeah, of course they invest. They paid ACOT this past year.
High score Jamarian Sharp with 8 for Western Kentucky.
I also bet
and Stansbury's a piece of shit. So it's like good to see him like struggle. He really is.
I bet TCU -2. Ain't shit here. Don't worry, folks. It turns. All right.
I do enjoy that TCU is matched up with K-State in the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament. There we go. A couple nice matchups in that tournament. Oklahoma State to pop it off. Big 12 tournaments.
Can Oklahoma still get in the mix?
No, they got to win the tournament. Hey, TCU, K-State in a quarterfinal. What is this? The Elite Eight? That's a quarterfinal game in the Big 12. Are you shitting me?
That is crazy. I was looking at it. I want to say there's 7 in the top 25 of Ken Palm right now.
All right, folks. I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by WinBet.
My bad.
WinBet's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WinBet is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at winbet.com. Must be 21 or older. Present in the state where WinBet is available. If you or someone who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Yeah, we got merch all up in there, folks. All right. First half unders t-shirts. Those are fire. College basketball experience t-shirts. We just probably won you a lot of money today, I think. Yeah, I know I've rattled off I think my record right now by the games we've recapped is probably something like 4-8, 4-9, something like that. Oh, it heats up and it heats up in a big fucking way. But come on, get over there, buy a shirt, support the cause. All right. We're also brought to you by Talkify. Life is full of what ifs, Patty C.
Indeed it is.
You know, like what if Virginia didn't lose to UMBC, right? Who knows? But you know, what if you try something new when it comes to dating? Talkify is a new way to meet other singles. What if they help you find exactly what you're looking for? Yeah, because maybe you're having a hard time meeting decent people because there's a lot of pieces of shit out there. Let's be honest. All right. So let me tell you about this Talkify. Talkify is the country's #1 modern matchmaking service that is designed to help you achieve relationship success. Their trusted compatibility specialists hand select successful and compelling candidates so you can date, productively.
Piece of shit free.
Yeah. They're going to try their best to team you up with somebody that sees eye to eye with you. All right. Maybe you think the WAC is a great conference. They're going to find that gal out there that's going to say, you know what? I love the fucking whack. All right. That's what I'm saying right there. They're going to do, check this out. They'll match candidates for you. They'll do background checks, video interviews, and even ask the tough questions. Like, do you think Grand Canyon's going to win the MAC? I'm sorry, the WAC. Talkify is committed to finding your match. 80% of clients meet their person within the first 12 matches. I know that human being and fish can coexist. Remember George W. said that? Well, I believe that you and some special other can coexist peacefully. You just got to count on Talkify. All right. Talkify is offering our listeners 20% off when you become a client at talkify.com/SGPN. That's TAWKIFY.com/SGPN for 20% off when you become a client. Talkify.com/SGPN. All right. The airport won at Rice. That was impressive. JMU got it done against Troy. And the Sun Belt continues to heat up. They even covered the 2.5 because they won by 3. This game was a great game. Came down to the final couple plays. The Duke survived, Patty C.
Yeah, buddy. On to the semis.
On to South Alabama, one of the hotter teams in the nation. We'll see how you do there, buddy. Unfortunately, by the way, right now it looks like so BYU has opened up the lead again. LMU had it down to 5. Looks like LMU is going to take an L here and be in the CIT or something here. Oh, they just hit a 3, so maybe not. Ole Miss covered against Missouri. We gave that one out. Canisius took care of Niagara, blew them out. Indiana State Bradley. Wow. What a fucking Missouri Valley Conference. Just as usual, these games, insane, absolutely insane. Do we have a clip here or no? No, I don't think we do we? But this game was insane. And Bradley wins by 1. We called it at 3.5 last night on the show, Indiana State. This morning on the show, it was down to 2. And I said, take Bradley -2. But if you listened to me last night, I won. So it's a true Benedict. What'd you make of this Missouri Valley game, Mac? You're on mute. You're on mute, brother. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'm smart because I mute myself during Talkify. It's because I always laugh. But yeah, no, I would have taken the points if it was 1.5, just because you knew this game was going to come right down to the wire. Fantastic game. The Sycamores are good enough to win it, but unfortunately for them, they ran into Bradley. I can't wait for this Bradley Drake round 3 tomorrow, man. Rubber match.
Yeah. Yep. Man, what a great game that was. That was one of the best games of the day. That game was absolutely fantastic. Florida State, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech rolled. That place was rocking today. Seniors,
I know,
going out with
a bad year.
Well, Virginia Tech, 8-12 in conference, but 18-13 overall. Obviously, the non-conference slate was pretty strong for them, but I don't know. They were impressive. There's a little vibe at Tech. I don't know, the Hokie Stone Court or whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Fans are great. The fans are
Castle.
Great. Yeah.
Castle, yeah.
San Jose State Air Force was an insane game. San Jose State they were down like 15 or something, came back and won. They got it done. And watch out, San Jose State finished 5th in the Mountain West. Tim Miles should be mentioned for Coach of the Year too, in my opinion.
No
I know you ate shit up. You locked this one. I didn't lock this one.
Yeah, and I was up 20.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, easy. And then,
unbelievable.
Yeah, they just they shit themselves.
Unfucking believable. What the Mountain West tournament is going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
It's gonna be like the Missouri Valley.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to us, Patty C, who'd you go with in San Jose State Air Force?
I think that was one that would
you missed this one?
Yeah. I woke up and got my morning picks in, and then the hangover kicked in, and then so a little bit of the afternoon was spotty picks wise for me.
Kansas,
too many Jaeger bombs.
Yeah. Kansas, Texas. Remember what did we say our favorite play was? It was Auburn. Our second
Texas
favorite
A&M.
play. Yeah, it was Texas A&M,
Auburn, and
Texas. We even gave away an SEC parlay, I believe. Remember? Last night
Texas
we gave
being the new SEC. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I gave it away in the Discord. It was plus 3,900. So easy. Easy money. Let's go.
Longhorns.
Moneyline Mac and Dundee.
Yes, we were all over this as our parlay hits. They win 75-59. Huge win for the Longhorns. Patty C, who'd you go with here?
Great victory. Texas -3 at home.
Yeah,
I would have gone Kansas had I picked the game.
Yeah,
I certainly would have gone Kansas. I mean, I don't know. Texas number 7, Kansas number 8. Home court advantage when you're. I think it's worth 3 points. Is this the type of game Kansas loses on the road typically? Obviously, they're a great home team.
That stadium is fantastic, though. The Texas did it right. If they can get football to be like that, they're going to be amazing. That basketball stadium is amazing.
And it feels like Kansas has like their losses like scheduled because they already had the Big 12 wrapped up. Perfect loss to reset, headed to Kansas City in the postseason for Bill Self.
That's right. Go in, get off the high horse, or give them something to chew on going in the tournament. I like it.
I tried to tell you to hop on some Bethune-Cookman action with Reggie Theus. They win by what? 21, getting it done. Let's go. Lock it up. I know we're still recapping, but today was so good. You had to recap today.
No doubt.
Stanford covered against Oregon. Oregon wins. They needed that. That's another team on the bubble that needed a win. They got it done. UC Davis Long Beach
cover.
Yeah. UC Davis Long Beach State was insane. Prairie View Texas Southern. These games all came down to close games here. Even George Washington backdoored that line against VCU. But UNLV Nevada. If you listen to the morning show, this was a lock that I added here on UNLV, and we took it on the money line yesterday. You locked it yesterday. I stayed away until this morning.
Yep. Rivalry.
69-67. Oh boy, did we cash in big on the Running Rebs in Reno. Let's fucking go. Syracuse took care of Wake. I bet
who's a crazy bastard that last night.
I Benedict this. You know this, right? I Benedict this. I did, and I'm taking. I didn't bet this, but shout out to Bayheim. Stacking the Money Green says, dude, why do I feel like Syracuse is going to win the ACC? And I was like, wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me one bit.
He's still drinking that Kool-Aid, that Syracuse Kool-Aid. They suck. But hey, this should be Bayheim's senior night. That was my angle.
Yeah.
He needs to retire.
Yeah. I locked up the Colorado Buffaloes.
Look out. Just watch him go. Down to Buffalo.
-4.5. No problem. They win by 9 in Boulder. Florida hit for us against LSU. Texas Tech did not hit for us against Oklahoma State. This game was fantastic. What'd you make of this one? I know you're on the Red Raiders there.
I ate shit gladly because I like the Cowboys, Mike Boyden. They needed this win. I think if they beat Oklahoma on Wednesday night, they're in the tournament. That was a big win, big time win. They jumped on Texas Tech from the get go.
Yeah, and like I said, I was on fire by this point. Because
wow, you think that gets them in the tournament?
Oklahoma State, yeah.
Oh no, Oklahoma State. Wait, who got the W there?
Oklahoma State won by 3.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, State. Yeah.
Read that wrong. Never mind.
This is where the fire I was insane, and every bet was just going my way. Pitt +7.5 in a lock battle with somebody.
You got it.
In a lock battle with somebody out there named Mac decided to go against it.
Fucking locking those soft ass Miami dudes.
Where the hell is you know the music. Here it is. The Pitt Panthers get the cover. Let's go.
His hatred got the better of him.
Yes, and then if you listen to the morning show, Terrell Furman
should have won.
Yeah, they should have. If you listen to the morning show, Terrell Furman Jr. alerted me, do not take North Carolina A&T. So we loaded up on Stony Brook money line, and damn if that didn't hit too. I'm telling you, everything was working out. By this point in the night, life was fantastic. Followed that up with Merrimack -4.5. Boom! They win by 11 against Sacred Heart. Patty C. Some days you wake up, the birds are chirping.
You and Nick and
Right?
Moneyline all triple lock that, huh?
Loaded up on it. Oh, then you know what I have too? Huh. Interesting. I locked up Texas State. I took Texas State on the money line against Marshall. Oh, and should I mention that I also have a Texas State future that I'm starting to get excited about at plus 1,500.
There is one buzzsaw that you are likely going to run into on that one.
I have a JMU future too.
Well, there you go.
So we're okay.
Hedged away.
I got 3 futures in the sun, but I did Texas State, ODU, and JMU. ODU ate shit. Texas State very much alive.
How about we were all over Texas State, man?
Yeah.
How about that ODU basketball or women's basketball clip? Did you guys see that?
But no.
They had yeah, 6 women on the court, and they ran their final play with 6 women on the court, and they all run separate directions, and one girl is just wide open because she runs in the opposite direction. Boom, hit her with the layup. They win the game. And then they're laughing about it afterwards in the press conference.
They got to cancel that, right?
They didn't cancel it. They reviewed it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
hilarious.
It's one way to get ratings in that sport.
6-on-5 basketball.
Well, things like I said, I'm sorry, I'm bragging a lot. Well, things continue to get amazing for old Pick Dundee because somebody locked up the Chattanooga Mocs. And somebody has a plus 1,200 on the Chattanooga Mocs in the SoCon. Now, yes, I had a future on Greensboro too, but obviously Chattanooga is not playing Greensboro. So I'm very excited that they're not playing Greensboro. And I personally bet that game, took it on the Moneyline Mac. We were on that one. Jake Stevens is back. This game was awesome.
Woo,
awesome fucking game. This game was one of the best games of the night. One of the best fucking games of the night.
The SoCon's awesome, man. This is going to be a fun last 2 rounds.
Yeah. Drake won against Southern Illinois. They kind of just whooped their ass the whole game. Once again,
Drake's good, man.
I'm hanging on to my future. Which my futures, I have a chance to have the greatest month of my life because the future scene is really fucking good right now. Surprised that Southern in the SWAC lost to Alabama A&M. Pretty shocking. And I know I should probably talk about Drake more, but Drake plays Bradley. I did not buy a future on Bradley. I might actually need to hedge in that one, but I think Drake's going to beat him.
12-game winning streak gets snapped here in the championship game. Is that what we're thinking is going to happen?
I think Drake is going to beat him in the neutral.
I think Drake's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
We'll touch on that game here in about a half hour.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So Southern loses to Alabama A&M. Alcorn State beats APB. We were on that one. And then, me and Moneyline Mac, I'm curious what you would have done here, Patty C, or what you did do here. We're a couple of sharps over here, though. We said, oh, Duke is going to ruin North Carolina's season.
Oh, yeah.
We took it on the money line against the Tar Heels, and boom! The Blue Devils get it done.
Had to be,
Yeah.
especially after North Carolina did it on Duke's court last year and ruined Krzyzewski's final game in Cameron.
That's what I'm saying.
It has to happen.
Yes.
They can't continue to, dominate in the
human
heartbreak
being and
department.
fish cannot coexist peacefully.
Duke had to break their hearts.
Well, and hold on here.
That was
Mac.
easy.
Mac, we got to have a conversation here because you guys are fucking idiots. You and Noah are absolutely fucking idiots. If you guys do not think that Duke Carolina was a top 10 game, it doesn't matter. It's like the Iron Bowl. It's like the Iron Bowl. It doesn't matter if they're not even in national championship contention.
I had it fringe top 10. I just think
you guys are just really wrong.
Sucks.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it
doesn't matter. That game was awesome. That game was awesome, and you could tell each possession. You could watching the game. You can see it was like, dude, it reminded me of like the old school NBA games where like you could just see, how ferocious the game was, and to me, how much it means. And to me, that will always be better. It doesn't matter. They could be 5 and fucking 25 playing each other, and it's better than every other college basketball game. You can mark it on the book, and I hate both teams. I hate both teams. I hate both teams. You know this, Patty C.
You know, this is an interesting thing because this is obviously the most covered and media friendly game in all of college basketball, which is typically not your flavor. You love the under the radar games.
No, but I
you
love
also love a
rivalry. That's what I'm saying. Rivalry games make the fucking sport.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I watched that game at the beginning of the year. I circle Xavier Cincinnati. I circle Carolina Duke. I circle certain games. You know what I mean? Like a backyard brawl. You know what I mean? And I have to watch those. So to not have them in the top 10, I don't care what the fuck you guys say. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. All right.
The fact that this was game day twice is a fucking joke. Those two teams suck. Dude, I shouldn't say Duke sucks. Duke does not suck. Duke is okay. North Carolina is a bad basketball team that was single-handedly put on the bubble by ESPN so that they could get ratings for this game. They suck ass. Yes, they belong in the NIT. Yes.
That happens, but that game today was awesome.
I mean, I knew it was going to be a good game. I mean, it's Duke Carolina, but like, it's not appointment television for me anymore. I'm not saying go ahead.
Noah says this: each possession, you can see how bad these offenses are. I don't give a fuck about if their offenses are good. I don't care. They hate each other, and I want to watch. It's like people that say, well, Brian Ferentz's offense. I still want to watch Iowa State. I don't care if it's 6-3. It's an awesome fucking football game.
I just think now that Coach K's gone, it's slowly going to become Redskins, Cowboys, Yankees, Red Sox. Like, I think it's going to die down a little bit.
No,
I really do. I don't want it to.
Shit. That's what they said when Dean Smith left. Look, no, this pre-Coach K, this was a rivalry. People don't know that. Pre-Coach K, it was a rivalry.
Dude, I just looked at a stat right before the podcast. Do you know that in the first 58 ACC tournaments, starting from like 1954 to 2008, a team from North Carolina won 51 of them, 51 regular season crowns, or at least had a share of them? Fucking unbelievable. These teams every single year, obviously Waking NC State.
It is the best rivalry in sports, in my opinion. Like, I'm talking, dude. I love college football.
I'm not disagreeing with the rivalry.
Yeah, but
I'm not waking up and I got to watch Duke Carolina today.
To not have that in the top 10 is blasphemy. Blasphemy.
No, I mean,
hey, Ken Palm had it as 10th. So I mean, you know,
but he's doing like rankings. Well, no, but he's not doing which ones he wants to see. I bet you he watched that fucking game, right? He's just doing it as far as
thrill score.
Yeah, but he's doing it as like the matchups for March Madness. It doesn't matter. Like I said, there's like I brought up in football on the Twitter argument that we were in today, the backyard brawl, West Virginia, Pitt this past year. I would say you could argue that was the best football game all year. It was right there. It went down to the final fucking play of the game.
Now you're toying with Max Hart.
No, it was a great fucking game, right? It was a great game, and neither team had any. We knew that neither team was going to be that good. But you watch because they hate each other.
Well, yeah,
and the crowd, fans hate each other.
What makes a great game? Obviously, hatred and competitiveness. A competitive matchup.
Good.
But
no, they don't. No, they don't. That is completely wrong.
No, but
no, they don't.
No, they got to be good to make it the best game of the day, is what I'm saying. To make it college game day, it should not have been game day today.
It was the game I wanted to see most. When I woke up today, it was the game I wanted to watch most, and that's because
well, I disagree. Yeah, that's
on November 1st or October 1st when the schedules come out, I circle that day. I mark it in my fucking calendar for a reason because I don't care what the records are. I want to watch them.
Well, I would say this. I kind of agree with Mac, not entirely, but I'll agree that there's a point there that, you know, the quality, you have to make room for new games and new rivalries to have meaning.
But they didn't have it in the top 10 viewed game.
You pay attention to these games. Yeah, it's going to be in the top 10.
Would you have had it in the top 10?
Yeah, I probably just because
if you woke
of the
up
reasons.
Today, what game did you want to see the most?
I had it 11th.
I wanted to see UVA play Louisville, even
okay,
though
because you're a UVA fan.
Their ass a million times.
But honestly, if you were looking at it yesterday and you
Sure.
saw, where would it have gone?
A typical marquee game that you would want to circle on the calendar. Yes, that would be it. Obviously, it was the most televised or watched game last year.
No, but I'm saying even with knowing you followed their seasons, they're both not that good this year.
Yeah.
But did you want to watch the game?
Sure.
Yes.
Of course. I wanted to watch a little bit, but I saw Arizona UCLA. I said, I want to watch that one.
Well, that's another good rivalry. I mean, shit that goes back a while. You know what I mean?
But they're better teams, so it makes it.
But no,
it makes it better than Duke UNC for that reason.
I wanted to watch Duke UNC more than Arizona UCLA.
Well,
no,
each their own.
No.
Yep.
Those
just
are
telling you.
Final. Hey, real quick, and in the chat, James Saunders, I hope we play fucking Duke because we will beat your ass like we did in 07. And just like South Carolina when I was there when we wiped you guys out of Greenville. I
will say this, man.
School.
I will say this.
Duke up.
I think Duke could make a little run. I think Duke is getting better. Yeah.
And,
all I know
but if
is
they play a Big 12 team, they're going to get their ass beat because of physicality.
UVA beat Duke fair and square. What do you think about that?
Get
James
the fuck
Saunders.
out of here.
We'll have it. We may be playing them in the championship game here. So if you guys really are better, you'll have a chance to prove it.
Here's the only problem with Duke. Duke never sneaks up on anybody. Duke is a front runner program. I mean, they've been the best. Like they're the 1 seed. They never are Cinderella and they go on a run. And if they get punched in the mouth at all against any team with physicality, they just fold every time in March.
Noah's in the chat says Kansas versus Texas was better on paper this morning. Of course, it's better from a roster standpoint, but I didn't want to watch the game nearly as much as I wanted to watch Carolina Duke. Easily for me.
You know what I like
easily
about
for me. They don't hate each other the same.
I liked Filipowski, the freshman, getting the better of Baycott. Filipowski, how does he project as a pro? Is he going to stay a couple years?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's got to develop.
Definitely.
That's nice.
That was a bad matchup for Baycott because of the length of Duke.
He struggled. He struggled a lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna get
bottom
a drink.
line.
Right
Duke
back.
money line hit.
Get me one.
Give me one hit.
Yeah, Duke money line hit, and you guys, I'm gonna kick you guys out the fucking show for that take. Not top 10 game of the fucking day. Get the fuck out of here.
Brainwashed by
Get
the
the
ACC
fuck out of here. It'll always be. They could be winless, and it will be top 10. It's like Army Navy. Army Navy. Plenty of years. I don't know. I mean, I know Army Navy have been better of late. You go back like 2000. Go to like 2004. Army Navy. They were both like 0-11 playing each other. Game was fucking awesome each time. Each time. There's a reason why they fucking hate each other. You subscribe to the hate.
Well,
that's why you watch.
They have their own day. They have their own day.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And there's a reason why the rivalry is amazing.
Other games today were so good.
I agree.
This horse is dead, and we have been beating it for 15 minutes. Let's keep it rolling here, folks.
Picking horses?
I'm picking a horse. That's right.
Okay.
There was some good horse racing today. I will say
that. we have an official horse, right? Is that still running on?
Yeah. Not really. But yeah,
put into retirement.
Yeah. Florida Atlantic battled back. They were down like 8. They battled back to get the dub against La Tech. You were right on that. You locked up La Tech plus 10, I believe. Nice call there. We did eat shit on Chicago State against Fresno. Woo! And I know we got to stop reviewing all these games, but I just got to get to a couple that we hit on, like Binghamton Moneyline against UMBC. Boom! 7-point dogs. Let's fucking go. Telling you today, and then I gotta just key in on. Okay, we did lose on Villanova also, right? Talk about this game. You watch more of this game than me.
That's a bad matchup for Villanova. The length of Sonogo and Klingon in the middle. UConn's really good, man. Now they might choke in March, but if they get to play at the Garden, and it's basically a home game all the way to the Final Four potentially, watch the fuck out for the Huskies, man.
Yeah. They got Dan Hurley coaching though. I'll fade him.
How has size factored in the tournament of late? Is that pretty much always a factor these days?
No, Villanova played small ball last year. I feel like they went far. Houston plays a little bit of small ball. Yeah. Or they did, I think. They had length, but Houston was weird. They didn't have like elite bigs, but they had length, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Wiry.
Yeah. what a win for UConn there. And as Terrell Furman Jr. said on the morning show, that was the perfect thing to happen for Villanova, because now the value will shoot up for them to win the Big East tournament, which we think they can.
Should have listened to him.
Yeah, made a lot of sense. Okay, Southeast Missouri State. So I had a future for Southeast Missouri State and Tennessee Tech today for them to win the OVC. Southeast Missouri State, I have a ticket for. The reason why I'm so fucking happy was plus 1100. Oh my God, this game was on edge. Can we load up the clip? Because I thought I had this one in regulation.
Great.
I thought I had this one in regulation. Remember, I have a ticket.
Harris is perfect.
Oh man,
25 points.
Look at this. I have plus 1100 on $100 bet.
Attack if you're Tech. Seabree gets it to Wood.
That's a 3.
Go.
I mean, first off, I was lobbying for that guy to miss that free throw on purpose, right? Because I was like, don't let them set up. Then he sets up, they throw it, and they count it as a 3 originally, even though I thought it was a 2 when it happened in I know I had a lot of money on it, but I really thought it was a 2. They review it. Holy shit, Simo gets it done.
Even though it worked out, I feel like I of late have been a bad luck charm for Colby. Because what was it the other night?
Yeah, the other night, what was that game? TCU.
Yeah, TCU. Yeah. He dribbles it in, and the guy blocks him from shooting the 2, and I'm like, oh, he's good. Boom, I jinxed it. Hits the 3.
You make me think about that 8-game parlay in San Diego.
I was so drunk I didn't even know. You had to tell me about it. I hit the
first 7 fucking picks on a large wager that we were the night before. I got stupid and I did a very large parlay with more money than you should ever parlay. But the first 7 hit, and the 8th one, Patty C goes, "Celebrate, you won." And it was the final play of the fucking game, or like the second to last play of the game. And I'm like, don't say that yet. Next play,
80-yard slant
deflected. So the safety bit on the because the ball deflected, and he takes it to the house for 80 yards and a touchdown, and I lose my fucking parlay. And then you had to buy me drinks.
Close to 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yeah.
I had 10 grand writing on that shit. It was like 9,200, I think. But yeah. Unbelievable. Mississippi State Vanderbilt was a classic. Great game. Vandy gets it done. Vandy's playing good. Even without Liam Robbins, they get it done. They win by 5. Wofford UNC Greensboro. This game was fantastic. Do we have the clip here? There was I thought there was like 3-game winners within the final 30 seconds. Can we load this up once again? Unbelievable. And it's even better if you watch the game and see the strategy of how they got the ball down the court. And one of the reasons why you should not do that bullshit NBA move the ball forward, that ridiculous, hey, it's a timeout, we're just going to make an exception because we want more television ratings. No, that was great strategy.
Is there a worse take in sports than that?
That is the worst. That is even worse, maybe than Noah Beanick's opinion of the Duke Carolina game today.
It really is. Like, why should you be rewarded for a timeout? Oh yeah, you know what? It's like football. Do you want the ball at the 50 or the 1 yard line? Like what?
Yeah,
a Hail Mary versus a punch in. Like what?
Completely unrelated, but I do find the fouling when you're up 3 to be obnoxious. And it's similar. You see that a lot in that circumstance. Obviously, if you're throwing a ball inbounds from half court, then you're more likely to catch and shoot and get a decent shot off, and they're less likely to foul you in that situation. I do think it makes for more dramatic endings, obviously, but does that mean?
No, I would argue the opposite though. Like,
why is that?
Because when you see it done, it's so amazing.
It is
like the Leitner play, or like the one we just saw today.
That's true.
It makes it so amazing. Or the Bryce Drew, you remember that forever.
Much more than a half-court set.
The Jazz hit a game winner on the shot. I don't really remember it because every fucking NBA team can move the ball, and it's like a 10-footer to win.
True.
So don't ever do that.
Melvin Levitt, Great Alaskan Shootout, 1999.
Melvin Levitt, Bob Huggins,
Bob Huggins, baby,
yeah.
That was the Bryce Drew ending in a dunk instead of a 3-pointer.
Yeah, that game was fucking great game. The SoCon tournament is always the best. We also hit on Utah State. We hit on Utah State against Boise State as they win by 13. Huge win. That's what I mean, though. Another bubble team on the outside that wins. The only one that I know that lost really was Nevada. That was like right on the bubble. Everyone else seemed to win today. UC Santa Barbara won, covered for me on that lock. And then Irvine won though. So Irvine's going to be the 1 seed in the Big West. UCLA hits for us. They win 82-73 against Arizona. I'm telling you, man, the end of my night was fucking unbelievable with the exception of Kelly LePepe's career being over. Does he have a COVID eligibility year? He needs to come back for one more year, please. Just for the content.
Everybody else does.
Game balls right here.
We should get Kelly LePepe on our.
We need him on the show. Currently,
NIL deal.
Currently, USC is up 9 on Arizona State. That's a big game too. That is another bubble team. 2 bubble teams, really.
State.
Patty C.
What you got?
Who's your first game ball?
Let's take a look. I'll give it to A&M. You know, I thought getting the home court advantage, number 2 team in the country. A lot of people, I know you guys are rightfully so, doubtful of their tournament prospects, but
who A&M's no,
Alabama's.
Oh yeah,
in terms of going deep. But they have an exciting brand of ball, and A&M did what they did and put it in doubt, kind of legitimized your guys' claims there for me at least.
Mac, who's your first game ball?
SEMO going dancing for the first time in 23 years. Shout out to Dundee on plus 1300 or 1100.
Was that no? It's plus. Let me check my account.
Either way, big hit, and
I thought
SEMO,
it was plus. Did I say? I thought it was plus 13 or no? Did I say plus 11?
I think SIUE was 13, but either way, they hit and they're going dancing for the first time in 23 years since 2000.
No, it was 11.
Be a 16.
It was 11. I hit for 11. Yeah.
And Brad Korn's done a good job there. Former assistant at K-State, year 3. Good job. Congrats, SEMO, Cape Girardeau.
Unbelievable. I'm going to go to Iowa State. Caleb Grill, your season's over? The Cyclone season's over? No, you go into Waco and you make a fucking point. One of the better wins of the college basketball season. Give me the Iowa State Cyclones as my game ball. Patty C, who's your second game ball?
Second game ball goes to the Wahoos of UVA.
Oh, you go
6 regular season conference championships in 10 years. Got to say that again.
Louisville.
Hey, you know what? It's a season long game ball here. You won the ACC. Sure, it's a down year, but you did your thing. And look, Miami. Sure, I give them a little half game ball. I'll split my game ball in half. Miami and UVA.
Okay,
there you go.
For winning it, for winning the watered down ACC. But you know what? I'll stay in the ACC. My next game ball is going to Duke. My next game ball is going to Duke because look, you're never going to be able to do probably what Hubert Davis did to Coach K last year. Maybe. I mean, that was pretty remarkable for the rivalry's sake. But is it sweet for John Shire to be 2-0? And I hope they play again in the ACC tournament, and it will be the game I want to see most, by the way. And you say fuck you, knock them further outside the bubble. Give me the Duke Blue Devils as my game ball. Who's your final game ball, Mac?
No, let's end this. They're not on the bubble. They're fucking out. They got to win the ACC tournament just like all the other mid majors. They got to be they're mid.
That's not that hard though to win the ACC tournament. You're like, well, Boston College has a decent chance.
My final game ball. That man right here. Team of the week. West Virginia goes to Ames, gets a big win, comes back, beats K-State, going dancing. Watch out. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Now we're back on side 2 of the college basketball experience. We just went through our game balls. Dumpster fire time. And the LSU Tigers continue to ring bells for me. The LSU Tigers are a dumpster fire. Patty C, you know about dumpster fires. Who do you think's a dumpster fire in college basketball? Should you say the North Carolina Tar Heels?
I mean, as of today,
preseason
yes.
number 1.
Yeah, are they the first one?
Since 76.
Wow, first preseason number 1 to not make the tournament if they don't win it all.
Yeah,
Patty C, if you don't want it, I'll take it. Because I was going to give them out as my dumpster fire.
Give it to them. Take it.
Yeah. Your preseason number 1. You single-handedly got fluffed up into a bubble team, which has been a joke. You guys suck. You're going to the NIT unless you win the ACC tournament. Fuck Carolina.
There you go.
My dumpster fire goes to the Louisville Cardinals.
Just unbelievable season.
4-26, 4-27.
That's crazy.
This team won the national championship, with an asterisk, but
no, that's not an asterisk. Kansas won a national championship last year, so we put an asterisk there.
Yeah, we should.
The fuck?
We should. They won a national championship within the last decade, and here they are at 4-26.
Fair.
Something went wrong.
Very fair. All right, let's start picking tomorrow's games. Maryland is heading to State College, Pennsylvania. We talk about the bubble watch. Can another bubble team win? Penn State is laying 3.5. This game's must-watch TV for me because the fact that we know Maryland's going to be in, but Penn State still has a decent shot to make the NCAA tournament. They just need to win this, and maybe a game or two in the Big Ten.
This morning they were the last team in.
It's a huge game. It's an absolutely huge game. Must-watch TV. Penn State's laying 3.5. I'm going to lay it, even though sometimes at home they've been bit. I'm going to lay it though. I think they get it done here. Mac, what are you doing here in State College?
Oh man, senior day for Jalen Pickett. This is a lock. Penn State's going to drill them. Maryland's a bad road team. They can't play on the road. Penn State rolls. Let's go. Lock up the Nittany Lions.
2-8 on the road for Maryland.
How do you see you in for this lock?
Oh, they're terrible.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think you convinced me.
Lock it up. Give me the Penn State Nittany Lions -3. Triple lock. Let's go.
I mean, I do think Maryland has been playing better. Obviously, just took an L today, but against Ohio State, so not that much better. But I don't know. I'll agree. The road is toxic for them.
Oh man, the games stay fantastic. And by the way, I didn't even add in that I hit on the XFL play. And that one was magical too. So the amount of money just come in the bank account. That ending was fucking crazy too. So Houston, Memphis, AAC action.
That's a fun one.
This is a great game. This is the one I think Memphis has been waiting for. They normally I don't feel like they split every year, but they're always really good games. Remember that half court game winner? I think it was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
Oh man, these games have been a lot of fun. I'm taking Memphis +5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I actually Memphis should have won the game in Houston. This is another lock for me, and take it. I think you sprinkle it on the money line. I think Memphis is going to win this game.
We Tigers on this podcast. Shout out to the Peabody Hotel. Been shit hammered there a couple times. How do you see? What are you doing here?
I mean, Houston 28-2, 10-game win streak. They're playing really good ball. I know Memphis is second in that conference, 13-1 at home. That might be enough for 5.5.
Yeah.
I'll roll with you guys.
Fired away.
Let's go. William and Mary is taking on Hofstra. We don't have a line on this one. Oh no, I do. Hofstra's laying 13.
Is this the championship game?
No, not the championship game, but it's
this quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Quarterfinal.
If William and Mary's in the championship game, take this bottle, hit me on the fucking head. All right. I'm laying the 13. I'm laying the 13 with Hofstra here. Bill and Mary had their fun in the sun. Now Hofstra and Speedy Claxton. Remember, they had an early exit last season. They get it done here. Lay the points. Mac, what are you doing?
I'm going to take Bill and Mary. They Hofstra, of course, beat them by 13 in the regular season. So shout out to Vegas here. Bill and Mary's playing good ball. Let's go.
Patty, you go with Bill and Mary?
Early tip. I don't know. Washington, D.C. Do you think William and Mary has a slightly bigger home crowd there than Hofstra? No one's going to be at this game.
Yeah.
In Williamsburg.
I got a lot of family from William and Mary. We're gonna go. Okay. We're gonna go Tribe. We're gonna go Indians. Let's be honest.
Illinois is heading to West Lafayette, Purdue, where Max said they're gonna take on the Canadian Chow Young Fat.
Yao Ming.
Chow Young Fat. I mean, Chow
Young Fat had a good career, man.
Underrated. But he's
in some if you like action movies, I fucking love action movies, man. Some of those old school action movies in the 80s and early 90s, those were fucking fire.
He was only 6 feet.
Action movies,
Why is
man.
He? Oh, just because he looks like him?
Just pull out a machine gun, shoot up the whole fucking building. some girl's tits are out, something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just those movies were
Mira Sorvino,
they
replacement killer.
They got to start making those again. I'm joking around. Purdue's laying 8 against Illinois. I'm taking the 8. I think the Illini is going to give them a game here, and you can talk me into locking this, Mac.
Yeah, so this is another situation, Colby, where Purdue doesn't have. I mean, Purdue is playing for a 1 seed, but like everybody in the damn Big Ten is so jumbled up. There's too many points, man. Let's lock up the Illini.
I'm with you, Fred Durst in the chat, cracking me up. Patty C, do you want to jump on another triple lock? We're just fucking locking away.
We are just locking the whole slate here, but I kind of do.
Let's go.
We do, baby.
The Illini.
Let me say this though.
What's that?
Illinois, their game is finishing at the bucket, you know, and I feel like Zach Edey in particular is probably going to be an impediment to that, you know, style of play.
Who are they going to line up with him? Is it going to be? Who do you think will be guarding him?
They like to play small ball with Hawkins.
I know.
At the 5.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Connie Hawkins would be
danger.
Right? Yeah.
Danger. Yeah.
Danger could
I just think also. I think the athleticism of Illinois will bother Purdue. Purdue's kind of a slow team.
Yeah. Patty C, Ryan Hasty's asking if Dundee likes Big Trouble Little China. Oh yeah, buddy.
He put me onto that one. That was one that kind of like I had forgotten about. Colby brought me back to it.
My wife finds me strange because like sometimes, you know, sometimes she'll be at work or she'll come back late and I'll pass out, but I always put on like an action movie, like an old school action movie. Yeah. New school action movie. I don't want to see John Wick 4. All right, get that shit out of here. 1 was cool. The rest, Tubi's
the greatest thing that ever happened.
Old school action movies, man. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Campbell, UNC Asheville. Can the ride continue? Asheville's laying 4.5. Oh shit. Give me Asheville and Drew Pember minus the points. They get it done tomorrow. And we're dancing, baby. We're dancing. Let's go. I'm not hedging. I'm not fucking hedging. Patty C, what are we doing here?
You said it's 13.5?
No, 4.5.
4.5. Sorry. I'm
I was like, damn, all on Campbell.
13.5.
4.5. How is Campbell that? I'm all over Asheville on that one. The game is being played in North Carolina, you said?
In Charlotte. Bojangles Coliseum.
I guess that's not a home game for either one of them. I'm on Asheville, though.
Should we triple lock this?
No. Let's have a lock battle. Campbell's. This game's coming down the wire. The Magic. Ride the Campbell. Take the hook.
In one corner, Moneyline Mac trying to ruin my future. But then again, this fucking guy. You're gonna lose. That game's on ESPN too.
Take out Pember with that camel.
East Carolina's heading into Orlando, Florida. Patty C. This is a beautiful Sunday. Moneyline play. Moneyline play.
What's the spread on it?
They're getting 10.5. Let's take ECU plus 10.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. Mac, what are you doing?
Yep, I like ECU here.
You locking it?
I knew you were gonna ask that. Oh man, what have they played yet this year? ECU. I feel like I lock ECU every damn game because you keep asking me the same.
We lost by 3 in Greenville, but we were up a lot of
yes,
the game.
You know what? I actually do like ECU here because we touch on it. They're 15-15. I think having a winning season for Schwartz means something. They're going to play hard. Lock up ECU. Let's go.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina. You don't come to East Carolina. You don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
Are you not concerned?
Am I not concerned about what? The fact that we dominate?
2-8 road record this year.
Bring up ATS. All right, bring up ATS because we're a fucking machine.
Lot.
All right,
I'm not locking it, but I will go ECU. It's a lot of points.
Let's go. Lock it up. All right, before we get to the next one, I want to tell you folks out there that the college basketball experience is brought to you by WinBet. WinBet's the official online sports book of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. WinBet's active in a bunch of states, and there are tons of ways to win, including live betting and same game parlays, aka win bets. Build your own bet, Patty C. How about that?
Hey.
And March Madness, it's fucking officially here, people. There's so many ways to win in March Madness, and there's so many ways to win in general. The XFL, yeah, I host the XFL Gambling Podcast. Subscribe to that. I hit tonight for a decent amount of money. The NHL, NBA, we got it all right there for you. So sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100, get $100 free bet, limited to state availability, and of course, for our DGens only, if you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. There's so much to choose from, and all you have to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet so they know that we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions. Winbet.com must be 21 or present state where Winbet is available. If you or somebody you know is a gamer problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We also have the SGPN merch store, which is fire. Brand new shirts, first half unders, college basketball experience t-shirts. Maybe you listen to me and you also placed a future on Southeast Missouri State to win the OVC, and you're sitting there pulling a Dumb and Dumber and just putting cash and blowing your nose in fucking wads of dollar bills. Well, maybe you take one of those wads and you order a college basketball experience sweatshirt. We'd appreciate it. So let's go. Check that out. Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Hats, shirts, sweats, hoodies, all that good stuff. Check it out.
You know, I didn't realize Kelly LePepe had a blonde front of his front mullet. Like the Eminem, he basically had Eminem's hair in the front, and then a full like brown.
That was 2 years ago, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I hadn't seen that.
You got to know your LePepe.
That porn stash with that haircut.
You got to know your LePepe.
Sexiest man alive.
Temple is at Tulane. Tulane's laying 5.5. I'll lay the 5.5 with Tulane. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, these are two teams you definitely don't want to lock. Both teams very inconsistent up and down, can beat anybody, lose anybody. I'll take the points in that matchup.
Patty?
I'm on the points as well.
SMU's heading into Cincinnati. Cincinnati's laying 11.5. I actually struggled with this one a little bit. I'll lay the 11.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm going to take the points. I think too big a number to lay double digits with the Natty. Bob Huggins isn't there.
What are you doing, Patty C?
Wes Miller is there. Fifth third. That's a hard word to say.
5-1-3.
Especially after 40 cocktails.
Is going to be rocking, and Cincinnati will cover.
Nebraska's heading into Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes. Iowa's laying 11.5. Not so fast. Fred Hoiberg will cover this game because these are the same teams. All right, Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, you can't lay this big a number with Iowa, man. I'll take Nebraska here, my guy. Tominaga.
Yeah, Tominaga. Patty C, what are you doing here?
You know what? I feel like Iowa at home, they pull away. They're capable of scoring. I'm willing to lay that. I'm willing to lay 11.5.
South Florida's taking on Wichita State. Wichita State's laying 6.5. Lay it. They're at the Charles Koch Arena. Patty C, what are you doing here with the Shockers?
I'll lay it as well.
Mac?
Yeah, last time they played, it was 4-point game. I will lay it. Wichita State, tough place to play. Actually, this is a fringe lock. South Florida is not going to want to play at Wichita. Yeah, I'll lock this. Let's go.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I ain't going to play around.
Moneyline Mac saying, shock it up. Let's go. Army is at Colgate. Colgate's laying 12. Stop it. Just stop it. I'm laying the 12 with Colgate. Mac?
Hey, did you see me lock up Vermont on the picks page -18 and they were up 30.5? Lock up Colgate, man. Colgate, Vermont,
system
auto
play.
locks.
System play. I'll join you. I'll join you.
25.
Let's go. Patty C, what are you doing here?
Colgate, geez, 24-8, 12-2 at home. Army 7-7 on the road. That's 12.5 points. You said it's a lot. But I feel like Colgate is explosive, so all right.
You are an Aquafresh guy.
I am an Aquafresh guy. JMU got beaten by Colgate a few years back in the
I remember that
playoffs.
I remember.
I should still have a bone to pick with them, but I'm over it. Go Raiders.
Drake, Bradley, Missouri Valley Championship, game of the day, CBS, Enterprise fucking Arena. Drake is laying 1.5, and I am laying the 1.5. I'm not going to hedge, at least not tonight. I'll think about it in the morning, but I don't think I am. Should I hedge, Mac?
No, Drake's going to win. I'm locking up Drake. The bounce back from last week. They're the better team.
I think we go deeper. We go deeper. We go deep sea diving over here. We're not snorkeling. Let's go. Lock it up.
Wait, what happened when these teams played earlier this year?
They just played at Bradley for the one seed, and Bradley won by 12. Revenge is on the mind, and Bradley's home court environment. Fantastic.
They lost at Drake by 25 earlier this year.
Let's go.
Woo! 12-game winning streak for Bradley. Yeah, I'll roll with you guys. I'm not locking it, but I will take Drake.
Chad G's right. We don't hedge at ECU. We don't do that bullshit. We go for it every time. Drexel, UNC Wilmington. This was a 1-point game back on February 16th. That's why perhaps the line is UNC dub -1.5. As a guy who's got a future on UNCW, I have to double down here. I'm laying the 1.5 with UNCW. Mac?
Yeah, I have the same ticket. I'm on Wilmington. I think they get this done. Grind it out.
Noah's trying to be funny over there.
1.5.
What's he saying?
He says, "Oh man, Colby, I had Indiana, Michigan circled since November 1st as my game of the day. They were preseason 1 and 2 in the Big Ten. That's the game of the day. I don't care about the preseason. Like I said, I don't look at the preseason. I look at Duke, Carolina, and it does not matter the fucking record. All right, does not matter. And I will argue and fight you on this forever. It's like I said with Army Navy, I can watch them 0-11, 0-11, and the games are fucking awesome. And I want to watch them more than top 10 matchups earlier in the year.
You know,
I'm
we're going to hold you to this.
Carolina in the NIT.
I'm not a me too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Since Carolina got brought up, just say, let's just remind everybody the ACC still sucks and Carolina sucks. You can find me at Moneyline_Mac on Twitter.
Yeah, I will say right off the bat, I was more excited for A&M and Alabama than I was for Duke UNC today.
Really?
I was.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Patty C.
I wasn't.
I was.
You're snorkeling over there.
Strangely insulting.
You're a snorkeler.
Duke Carolina is a snorkel game.
No, that's what everyone. Not anyone that knows the history. I make fun of Kramer for snorkeling. Game. Some people snorkel, some people scuba dive. We scuba dive on the college basketball experience.
We do that. Oh, yeah.
That's a Gabe Dillis, Reese Davis, Powder Puff game.
Nice. Liberty, Kennesaw State. This game's awesome. This is at Kennesaw State for the ASUN championship. Liberty's laying 4. Give me Kennesaw the points, but Liberty might win this, but I got to take the points because I think it's a 1-possession game. Mac, what are you doing here?
Man, I can't wait for this game because remember, Liberty was actually drilling them in Kennesaw up by like 10-12. And then all of a sudden at the under 8 timeout, Kennesaw came out of nowhere, went on that run and came back. I think the Flamin' Libs get it done, but I'm going to take the points in a championship game, home dog here.
Patty C, you going with the Flamin' Libs in Kennesaw, Georgia?
Man, both on win streaks, 4 and 5 games. Obviously, tournament would lead to that. Top 2 seeds in the conference in the championship game. Is that would you say kind of unusual?
No, happens sometimes.
Happens sometimes. Either way, I think that makes it a little interesting. Maybe that makes me a snorkeler.
Yes. Snorkel a little bit in the ASUN.
I'm on Liberty, buddy.
For the average snorkeler, this environment's going to be absolutely lit.
Yes.
At Kennesaw, they've been showing up especially for the Flamin' Libs.
Yeah.
Watch out going down there to Georgia.
Oh,
hello. They're great. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Look, before we get to the next game, I want to tell you folks, we're brought to you by Talkify. Yeah. Life's full of what ifs. What if Noah Beanick and Moneyline Mac weren't completely out of their fucking minds today? All right. Well, I'd probably respect their basketball opinion a little more. I'm joking. Somewhat. But what if you need to try something new when it comes to dating? Talkify is a new way to meet serious singles. All right, Patty C, are you serious?
I would call myself single, but not serious.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe there's other people.
So Talkify is not for me.
No. I think there might be other people that are serious about not being serious.
There you go. Non-serious singles, serious singles. Talkify's got you covered.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Talkify is the country's #1 modern matchmaking service. It's designed to help you achieve relationship success. The trusted compatibility specialist, Patty C, hand select successful and compelling candidates so you can date consciously and productively. Telling you it's fantastic. They'll screen potential match candidates for you. They'll do a background check. make sure you're old, and make sure old Tanya wasn't part of the old pipe bombing situation in Toronto. All right. They're going to do all that stuff behind the scenes for you. Make sure that love is in the air. All right. Talkify is committed to finding your match. 80% of clients met their person in their first 12 matches. So you can tell the algorithm's working.
We need to make our own dating app. We need to have the SGPN dating app. Talkify is great.
Yeah. We're trying to,
we're promoting it.
Yeah.
Right. I just think,
maybe we're going to be rivals to Talkify now. They're going to love this one.
We should have Talkify put in an SGPN, section.
Yeah.
That's part of the selection process. We put our picks on Talkify, and if people match our picks with their own picks, then you have compatibility.
I like that, and they will match it because that's how good this team is. And right now, Talkify is offering listeners 20% off when you become a client at Talkify.com/SGPN. That's TAWKIFY.com/SGPN for 20% off when you become a client. Talkify.com/SGPN. Let's go. American University, Patty C. We've been shit hammered on this campus before, right? They're at Lafayette at the Kirby Vacuum Sports Center. I see what you're doing over there. Trying to hack into the mainframe there.
I went upstairs and left a comment. It left a like, so everybody go smash the like button. Even I can do it as I'm pouring a cocktail. Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
All the fucking money we're making you.
Americans catching 2.5. They're a dog against Lafayette. Lafayette just won a rivalry game against their most hated rival, Lehigh. Folks, what if I told you you've come this far with old pick Dundee? Let's go a little further. American Moneyline play +125. Let's go. You're lucky I don't have the music. Patty C, what are you doing here?
7 seed and a 6 seed. Look, my DC roots are going to show. I am on American to get this done.
There we go. Mac.
What did you say the number was?
Americans getting 2.5.
Getting 2.5. I like American here. When they played in the regular season, American, they split, of course. They won the first matchup by 13 and lost by 11. I will take American, but I'm not locking this one. I don't know. This game comes out of the wire.
Western Carolina's taking on Furman at Harris Cherokee Center at Asheville. This game's on ESPNU. Furman's laying 10.5. They won by 34 the last time they played. Do I smell a revenge match? Give me the Catamounts plus the points. Mac, what are you doing here?
I like Furman here. I didn't think they played well today, so I will lay the point.
That big of a number too. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Patty C, what are you doing here?
I think the line's telling you they're going to roll.
Paladins rolling all the way. They are an absolute powerhouse in this league.
There you go. Michigan, Indiana, and Bloomington. Indiana's laying 4. This game's fantastic at Assembly Hall. Last time they played, Indiana won by 1. Remember this one? We were watching this. This was in Ann Arbor. This one tomorrow in Bloomington. This game's fantastic. Indiana's laying 4. I will be watching this game because it is a good rivalry, and I like to watch these games, regardless of their record. You stinking pieces of shit. I will lay the 4. I will lay the 4 with Indiana. Patty C, what are you doing here?
I mean, is this a terrible record for Michigan? Aren't they still a bubble team?
They are a bubble team.
Yeah. So I would say
this game.
Yeah, regardless of whether they're both elite, I think that's the one thing we've left out. We've talked about environment, and hatred. We've talked about the overall, ranking of these teams, but we haven't talked about circumstance. And this circumstance is Indiana safely in rank number 15 right now, and Michigan on the bubble.
A lot like Duke and Carolina. Carolina was on the outside of the bubble, according to those people in television.
Yeah, I think there's probably more to that game than Moneyline Mac and Noah are letting on there.
Trust me.
But what would you say this is the big
boring?
What would you say is Indiana? Purdue Indiana is still a bigger rival than Michigan Indiana or Michigan State?
Wait, what am I comparing here?
What is it? I want to know where you think the Michigan Indiana rivalry is in.
Michigan Indiana is a good rivalry, but I think Purdue Indiana is better.
They have Michigan playing Indiana on the final game of the regular season, though.
I know, but Purdue Indiana it's the in-state thing.
Has Purdue been that? I mean, obviously with Painter they've been good, but
even before that, when they had Gene Cady, before that they had John Wooden. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then that might be the top rivalry. Either way, this is a good one. But I think Indiana gets it done at home.
Mac, what are you doing here in Bloomington?
This is a ballsy pick. I'm locking up Michigan. I think Michigan, they're playing better. They should have won in Illinois the other night. Give me the Wolverines.
Let's go.
Sprinkle it on the money line.
Let's go. That's a ballsy play, and I like that. Next up, we got McNeese.
It's going to be a Big Ten one possession game.
McNeese State's at the Legacy Center, laying 1.5 against Texas A&M Commerce. I get it. That's a home game for McNeese. I don't care. Commerce gets the dub. Give me Texas A&M Commerce. I think they've been playing pretty good lately, man. I know they're just 4-6 of the last 10, but I've watched them in some chippy outings. Give me Texas A&M Commerce to flush the toilet on old McNeese. Petty C, what are you doing here?
I'm on Commerce. Texas A&M. What would you say? Corpus Christi, Commerce. Obviously, I guess you got to give Corpus Christi a little nod there, but Commerce up and coming in the Texas A&M.
They were D2 last year. They're good, man.
Up and coming in the Texas A&M system.
2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
In the minor leagues.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here at the Legacy Center, Mac?
Yeah, you know what? I like Commerce as well. First time getting a little bit of taste of the postseason. They've been better. Golden Cocaine Bears here.
South Alabama, James Madison. Oh, it gets interesting. There's some idiot fans of James Madison. All right. Pensacola Bay, Florida, Patty C.
Every fan of James Madison is an idiot, and that is why we are great.
Pensacola Bay,
We're
Florida,
committed
Patty
to our
C,
craft.
where the meth meets the beach. All right. I feel like South Alabama 1-1 on January 12th.
Florida. Look, there's revenge on the mind from the football season.
South Alabama's laying 1.5. Give me JMU. I have a future. I'm doubling down. I'm not going to hedge. Mac, what are you doing here?
You know what? I think we underestimated South Alabama kind of being the home team in this tournament with it being in Pensacola.
That is true.
Oh man,
Muscle Shoals.
I got JMU too, but I don't feel good about this, man. I wish they were playing Southern Miss.
Great game. Yeah.
Look,
great
we're
game.
a decent road team, 8-6. I don't think we're going to be, really threatened by that meth on the beach.
Stony Brook's taking on Charleston. Yeah. CAA action here. Stony Brook, can they do it, Patty C?
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Charleston's laying 18.5.
Ooh.
Wait, but this is in DC. Give me Stony Brook plus the points. Give me Stony Brook plus the points.
I gotta see something real quick. Charleston.
You're looking up what did they do in the regular season? Well, they just played and they beat them by about 40.
That was in Charleston though. It's a little different. A little different when you head to the nation's capital.
Teamrankings.com.
I hear there's rumors on the internets.
Give me the points.
I'm laying it.
That's a huge amount, but look, 28-3. That is a freaking excellent season. Stony Brook's sitting there at 10-21. They're just a way better team. You gotta go Charleston, and they do it emphatically.
Chattanooga's taking on Wofford. ESPN News. This is going to be on. Chattanooga's laying 2.5. This game's awesome. Hate to do it to you, Wofford. I don't know if I can do that actually. Give me Chattanooga. I have a future on Chattanooga, not on Wofford, but I'm actually not gonna lock up Chattanooga. I thought about it. I was impressed with Wofford. Wofford's pretty fucking good. I think they're a lot better than their record. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to lock up Chattanooga. I like fading the teams that had the latest game the next day. Wofford just finished here about a half hour ago. So I'm gonna ride Jake Stevens. He's fresh. Ride the dragon. Let's go.
Patty
Jake
C.
Stevens, Chattanooga.
What are you doing at Harris?
Do you think Wofford getting that buzzer beater might have taken some of the wind out of them, especially on a late night game?
I mean, Chattanooga's game was practically a buzzer beater too. They made a game-winning shot with like 12 seconds left.
I'm actually inclined to take Wofford here.
It's a game. It's a game. So, St. Thomas, Western Illinois, Summit League play. St. Thomas laying 3.5. Give me the Tommies. Don't system play here. Mac, what are you doing?
Yeah, Tommies, but we don't lock them when they're away from the shoe necker. These are both our teams.
Yeah.
I love the Leathernecks too.
I'm not locking it. Patty C, what are you doing in this one between Leatherface and the Tommies?
I'm on St. Tommy's.
There you go. Wisconsin laying 5 at Minnesota. The Paul Bunyan's axe, right? Isn't that this one?
I think so.
Yeah. Paul Bunyan's axe
on the line. They just run around the basketball court with it
at the barn.
Cut down the net with Paul Bunyan's axe. That needs to happen.
Give me.
Minnesota's going to win this game.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, give me Minnesota +5.
Who did Minnesota get recently?
That was
Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Rutgers. This is the same team they're playing. Wisconsin. I'm walking up Minnesota. If Wisconsin's going to win, it's going to be by like 2.
I might join you on this. I want a lot of money today. Let's have some fucking fun. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely not. Look, the conference record should tell you everything you need to know. That was a fluke win for Minnesota. 2-16 in conference.
Senior night, last home game ever.
Wisconsin, meanwhile, 8-11, kind of mediocre. I mean, Maryland sitting there at 11. Iowa, number 2 in the conference, 11-8. There's everyone, right? And then there's Ohio State and Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a rivalry game. Yeah. Their final home game.
Yeah, this is Colby's favorite day of the game or game of the day because they hate each other.
I don't know that they really have animosity. I mean, in football they do. In basketball, I kind of think it's just a game.
It's a fucking greatest trophy in sports, possibly.
Northwestern, Rutgers. Rutgers is laying 5 at the rack. Rutgers needs this. 5's a little too much. Give me Northwestern +5. What are you doing here, Mac?
You know what's crazy about Northwestern? They were like the sexy team about 2 weeks ago. They've lost 3 straight. I'm going to take the points. You know, I think both teams are desperate here. So I think Rutgers wins by 1 possession.
I'm going to say Wildcats recover nicely and get this done.
Yeah, let's go. Northern Arizona. We hit on them today in the Big Sky. They are they're getting 6.5 points at the Idaho Central Arena against E-Dub. Hate to do it to you here. E-Dub's gonna fuck them up. I'm laying the points. Lock it up. Give me E-Dub. The Eagles will fly. They'll fly high in Idaho. Mac, what are you doing here?
You know what? When these two teams played in the regular season, you were at one of the games. It came right down the wire. We're gonna have a. I'm not gonna lock it. I'm not gonna do it. I'll take the points. I can't do it. Yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's do it.
There we go.
Lock battle. Let's go Lumberjack.
I'm sorry. That was in one corner. Pick Dundee's ride with E-Dub. In the other corner, Mac is going with NAU the Lumberjacks.
What's the number on that one?
E-Dub's laying 6.5.
Oh my gosh, quadruple lock E-Dub on this one.
Wait, no. He took.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
Eastern Washington 16-2 in conference at 11-1 at home. Northern Arizona 3-13 on the road.
We could do double lock.
And this is essentially in Eastern Washington.
Yeah, double lock sound bite. Eastern Washington, baby.
This is the lock of the day. This is the lock of the day.
Almost hit the soundboard. That would have been bad.
Chopping it up. Chopping it up.
New Orleans.
Chopping that wood, baby.
New Orleans. Houston Baptist at the Legacy Center. What's not to like? New Orleans is laying 1.5. I'll lay it. Patty C.
Houston Baptist.
This game is ass.
Wait, is it Houston Christian or
Houston Christian? Houston Baptist. Fucking
1.5. Yeah, whatever. They're the same exact team. I'll go New Orleans.
Mac, what are you doing here?
I have no idea, but I'll take New Orleans because Houston can't make up their mind on their name.
Yeah, isn't Christian like distinctly different than like a Baptist? Christian means like non-denominational. You know what it was?
Don't have me open up this box.
Joel Osteen money got him to change from Baptist to
Trying
Houston
to get
Christian.
done with this episode. Texas State, Louisiana is going on tomorrow. I don't have a line for this one, guys, but if you have a line in the chat, we'll answer it. But I do not see a line right now. I also, what's that?
Louisiana's laying 6.
Really? I didn't see that. Where the fuck? Well, you know I'm on Texas State here.
Boys.
I don't know about locking it though. Check the picks page. SGPN app, free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. Mac, what are you doing there?
Yeah, I'll take the points. This could be a picks page or a lock on the picks page.
Patty C.
Texas State is cruising for an ass kicking against JMU. I do think they intervene and give us a lower seed. I'll take it. We're rolling with the Bobcats.
I do like. Maybe we do chase the dragon. Give me the fucking Bobcats. What am I doing? Treat me this good every day. I just hit him on the money line today. What the fuck am I doing? All right.
The game is.
You don't change streams mid-race, Petty C.
Something like that.
What is it?
Don't change horses midstream.
That's what it is. Delaware, Towson. Do we have a line on this? I do not see a line on that either. Chat, hook me up. South Dakota.
It's an interesting matchup with both teams kind of being in the DC area.
Yeah, like a little right there. Action.
Can we have a
Delaware.
loaded crowd for that one? That could be a fun one.
South Dakota, North Dakota State. North Dakota State's laying 5. Oh, I'm all over North Dakota State here. I will lock up North Dakota State -5. Let's go.
Interesting. The game is in Sioux Falls, though.
Ooh, you're right. I will remove my lock, but I will play North Dakota State -5. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I like North Dakota State, but I'm not locking it. Just first round of the Summit.
Patty?
It's hard to bet against the Bison. You know, call it scar tissue from.
Let Bisons be Bisons. Patty C.
Hello.
I'm seeing that line for Towson as Towson by 5.5. Give me Delaware. Mac, what are you doing in that one?
You know, this is an interesting game. I'm going to lay it with Towson.
Yeah, we Tigers on this podcast, Colby.
Ooh, final game on the slate. I don't have a line for it. Northern Colorado, Montana State. Dylan Kuntz is taking on the Bobcats of Montana State. If we have a line on this, we'll answer it. If not, it's our final game. I can rattle off some of the locks I have.
Boise, is that a home court advantage for either one, Northern Colorado or Montana State? That's a push, crowd-wise, right?
I would think Montana State's fans would travel better.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm not going through all the fucking locks again. Get the SGPN app. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Click on college basketball picks, either or. All right. Make sure you check out the college football experience, the college baseball experience. We come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/thecollegeexperience. Please, if you've made any money off us or you've been entertained by us, please hop on over to iTunes and give us a 5-star review. Give Patty C a follow on Twitter at PattyC831. You can talk Wendy's chili with him. All right.
Better yet, order me Wendy's chili. Send it my way. I'll take it old, reheat it in the microwave.
You go Wendy's over like, wait, what's your top fast food, Patty C?
That's a humongous question to try and fit into a 30-second.
I don't know. I'm sorry I asked it.
Wendy's number 6 is grandfathered in as one of the.
Is Wendy's a 1 seed? For you?
That's a stretch.
Is Wendy's chili a 1 seed?
Wendy's chili is the premier edition. Fucking all fast food.
Make sure you check out Moneyline Mac on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And make sure you check out Mac's work. NFL Gambling Podcast, The Ryan and Rush Show. Also, give Noah Beanick a follow at 77NB. We love Noah, even if he is misguided at times. We appreciate it.
He can't even defend himself. Just throw the shade.
Yeah. He can. He knows where we're at. All right.
True.
Let's go.
He can shut this whole thing down. He's behind the scenes right now.
He can hack into the mainframe. All right. Let's go. Folks, we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you on this journey. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday night, Sunday morning. And we will be back here tomorrow night. I cannot wait for this. So until then, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
My darts, you get ripped apart. Save the cookie cutter mother for 106 apart. Guzzle your liquor while I sip your heart. You never dumb it down, dog. If you're smart, I throw out a couple of lines. Fighters are quick to cross. Fishy, you on a dick to lie. Pitch you off, it goes. Tits and bras, lips and jaws. I use my common sense to see the bitch and all. Good thing you got the market corner. Kids and malls. Grip the red carpet as you slip and fall off. Another career spear. Thanks for trying to block. You get an A for effort and an F for shut the fuck up. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse. A lot of these heads need to improve their improv. Talent's not a program you download to install. Quality spread through hard work, no involved. My peers respect me because I'm genuinely evolved. Beyond gathering names to build up my buddy list. You decide friendships and pounds of suicide and bloody risk. Come equipped or leave empty-handed. They don't call me C's for nothing. See the camera? Smile. Click. Here comes the picture. You act like a child. Manhood don't fit you. I'll break your whole style down to a bumper sticker and never need a gun to lift you. Here's a hint. Put down the mic and catch a glimpse and keep them eyes